Ravan was born, Kumbhakarna was born, Shurpanaka was born, and at last a great soul, Vibhishan, was born. And how all of their birth was very different because the way they were conceived and the time they were conceived was very different. How they grew up doing atrocious activities, and they performed tapasya, pleased Lord Brahma, received special boons. And we also discussed how Ravan got his wife Mandodari, who is the daughter of Mayasura. And he also got his sister Shurpanaka married to Vidyutjihva. And Kumbhakarna married Vidyutjwala. And Vibhishana married a Gandharvi called Surama, or she's also called Sarama. The Sarama's mother, she was pregnant. At that time, she was on the banks of Manasa Sarovara. You heard of Manasa Sarovara. So, it was raining and Sarovar was overflowing. And this mother of Sarama, so she was very concerned in this situation, how will I deliver my baby? So she started offering prayers to that Manas Sarovar, that please don't grow your size. Sara Ma. Ma means do not. Sara means that pond. Sar basically means water. Where there is so much of water, that is called Saras, or the pond. Sara Ma means, O pond, please do not grow. And listening to this prayer, the pond, Manas Sarovar pond, did not grow its size. And she delivered this baby, the daughter, Sarama. So out of gratitude to this Manas Sarovar, so she named her daughter as Sarama, and that is the one who is married to Vibhishan. So later, Mandodari and Ravan conceived children. The first child was born. The moment the child was born, the child started crying so loudly. That created fear in the hearts of every citizen of Lanka city. The moment every child cries when it takes birth. But people are happy when you hear the child crying. But this child was crying so loudly, it was as if the scary thunder sound in the sky. As if there are big clouds. Sometimes in the rainy season, we hear, huge clouds, hitting each other, or they collide with each other, and there's so much of sound. For a moment you feel so scared, right? So that is called Megha. Megha means cloud. So this powerful cloud, they hit each other and create so much sound. So like that, and all the animals ran away out of Lanka. And all the people fell unconscious by hearing this sound. That is the kind of sound this child was making, and everyone was scared, and Ravan was so happy and he was laughing. See, how by hearing my sound, everybody is fearful, and the moment my child is born, he is already making everyone very fearful. So, mere jaisa hi bacha paida hua. So, he named his son as Meghanada. Meghanada. Later, the same child who defeats Lord Indra, Swargadhipati, and gets the name Indrajit. This is all happening in Treta Yuga. So this is the same person, Meghanada Indrajit, in the Mahabharata takes birth as Dushyasana. The same Atma. So this Meghanada or this Indrajit is the first child that is born. And then Akshay Kumar is born, who later gets killed by Hanuman. And then Atikaya, like this. And the way Ravan raises his children itself is so bad way. How he thinks his children should grow up. He thinks the way I am a kamuka, lusty person. So my children also should grow like that. from very young age. If you're a businessman, you think your children should grow up and learn all the business tactics. A good person will think all my children also should develop good one. So what is Ravana thinking? He's thinking how I am lusty after all women. So like that my son also should grow like that. So what did he do? He appointed so many young women in a very seductive way. They should take care of the child from the very young age. So Valmiki Rishi mentions in Ramayana that it is mentioned Channa Kashtani Ivanala. Already there is so much of fire and you are putting kashta. Kashta means the dry wood into it. You think the fire is going to be satisfied, it will fire even more. So he wants his children also to grow up with more and more kama, more and more lust. They should get expertise in that. So that is the kind of upbringing, the childhood he is giving to his children. So sometimes I've heard some young boys, they come and they meet. Once one boy was telling that his father called him one day and told, come, let's have alcohol together. Let's drink together. So nowadays it may not be a very surprising thing, right? Because many people do such things. So this boy was telling that his father called him and told him, you drink this alcohol. So the boy said, no, I don't want to drink. This is something wrong. So the father was very upset. He said, what a nalayak son is born in our home. He's such a useless son. You are one, bad name in our kalank, in our family. Like this father is telling the son. So the father is telling, sometime I met some parents. The parents were very proudly presenting themselves. We are very friendly with our children. We are very friendly. We openly do everything with we are like friends, we sit together, we have drinks. So this is exactly the Ravan mentality. Ravan wanted exactly like this. So we should understand that this is whose mentality? This is a Rakshasa mentality. What is prohibited? What is adharma? What can destroy your intelligence? What can destroy your consciousness? What does Bhagavad Gita say? Mahashano, Mahapapma, Vidhiyenam, Iha Vairinam. Krishna is saying, Iha Vairinam, it is your Shatru, it is your enemy. Kama, lust is your enemy. And the alcohol is the one that increases the kama. Right? So that is what people are saying. Now we are very friends. So sometimes the father and mother say, hey, who's your girlfriend? Tell no. Why you don't? So is this the way that the parents who are supposed to give good upbringing to their children, who are supposed to teach how to control mind, how to gain control over your desires, mind. In the name of being friendly, you are giving Ravan upbringing. The way Ravan was raising his son, Meghanan. So that is exactly today, modern day people are thinking, this is very cool. This is something very nice. If we raise our children like this. But already this kind of parents were there in Treta Yuga. They were doing exactly. And as a result of that, this child was born as Dushyasana in the next life. Not only he did all the things in Treta Yuga, he was also born as Dushyasana. And what did he do? He was doing Draupadi Vastrapahara. So this is how we have to be very careful. So now Ravan, he's going everywhere, declaring war, attacking, like this. But wherever he goes, he's taking Kumbhakarna also with him. He's his brother. Partner in crime. So everywhere he goes, but Kumbhakarna has got blessings from Lord Brahma. What is that? Nidrasana, uninterrupted sleep. So wherever he goes, Kumbhakarna will say, my dear brother, I want to sleep. In the middle of the war, he will say, now I'm feeling so sleepy, I want to sleep. So in the forest, he will say, I want to sleep. So everywhere he says, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. So Ravan was feeling such a big irritated by this. Everywhere he wants to sleep. It is one kind of a burden carrying everywhere. So one day Kumbhakarna comes and tells, my dear brother, you see, please leave me. Don't call me, come here, come there and all. I just want to sleep. I'm feeling very, very sleepy. So Ravan also thinks it's a good idea. Otherwise, I will be disturbed everywhere. So Ravan will build one big palace for Kumbhakarna. complete golden palace. And he makes a special diamond bed, because any other things will be broken by the weight of this Kumbhakarna. So, which is the most powerful material in this world? Diamond, very strong. You can't break it so easily. So, he builds a diamond bed, and around the diamond bed, he hangs all such bells, in case if he wakes up, those bells, should ring and again put him back to sleep. Already is sleepy, already is interested in sleep. Ravan is making more arrangement to put him into more sleep. So like this, he makes all the arrangement, and Ravan enters and he sleeps for thousands of years without waking up. That is a kind of arrangement. So now that there are no disturbance, Ravan is going every ashram, and the moment he finds any rishis, he will take them, he will tear them into pieces with his hand, put them into his mouth like a snacks he will eat, and he will be inside the river. The moment this Rishi Patnis, the wives of the Rishis, Kanyas, Rishi Kanya, Rishi Patnis, they come from down the river, he will pull them inside and he will kill them, murder them inside. And he goes to Nandanavana forest, the Indra where Svargaloka is there. He destroys all the garden there, and he kills all the cows. He puts blood and urine into Yagnakunda. Like this, he keeps wreaking havoc everywhere. The news spreads everywhere. This Ravan is doing all kinds of such heinous activities. So Kubera, who is a brother, elder brother of this Ravan, becomes very concerned for his younger brother. So he thinks, I should give some good advice to my brother and try to correct him. Right? How can we just see and keep quiet? So he thinks if I directly go and tell him, he may feel very insulted. So what I'll do, I'll get one Duta, messenger. Through him I'll send message. So Kubera sends one messenger, and he tells directly, don't go to Ravan. First go to Vibhishan. So Vibhishan will orient you. He will find a suitable time and suitable mood of Ravan, and he will take you appropriately, and you convey these my messages for his own good. So the Duta comes, the Kubera's messenger, and he goes to Vibhishan. Vibhishan receives him very well, gives him very good reception, takes care of him very well, and at the right time he takes to Ravan. Tells, my dear Ravan, our brother Kubera has sent him. He has some message to deliver you. So Ravan is sitting with so much ahankara. He is not in the mood of listening to anybody. First of all, he doesn't listen to anyone. Right? He has made his own grandfather as his servant, Sumali. He has made all his uncles, Prahashta, Akampana, Vikata, Suparshva, Shuka, Maricha, all of them have become his servants. So he has no such regard that I should take any advice from anybody. He is saying, okay, whatever, what is that? What do you want to tell? Tell. So then this Duta goes on reciting what Kubera wants to tell. So Kubera has sent message, my dear brother, I've heard so many bad news about you. It's not so good. We come from such great lineage. Our great grandfather is Lord Brahma. Our great father is Pulasthi Rishi. Our father is Vishravas. They all have such great name. And your activities are not behooving. They are not befitting. So I beseech you, I request you that please stop all these things. This is not right. Behave properly. And let me tell you, so far you have done something wrong, don't worry. Then Kubera gives his own example. When my father Vishravas asked me to leave Lanka and go near Kailasa Parvat, I went near Kailasa Parvat and I was doing tapasya to please Lord Shiva. And being pleased with my tapasya, one day Lord Shiva and Parvati appeared. And when Lord Shiva and Parvati appeared, I got attracted to Mother Parvati with her beauty. And with the tip of my left eye, I just looked at Mother Parvati with that desire. Immediately my left eye got burnt. From that day onwards, I got the name Ekaksha, single-eyed person. Just for that mistake. Looking at that, and you are doing so many atrocious activities, all adharma. This adharma way of capturing some property, harassing people and all, it will never give you any protection. Just take my own example. One time, such a small tip of the eyes, 1 second my eyes got burnt, so all on the spot. And I realized my mistake. I again did 800-year tapasya. I greatly repented. I offered my prayers, stotras, and Lord Shiva was very happy. He came and said, yes, now you have become a good person, you have changed, we forgive you, and you become my friend. Like that, Lord Shiva has forgotten my mistake, he has blessed me. The moment I started following dharma, again everybody. So you also, don't worry, whatever you have done, leave it. Let's follow dharma. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Please adopt dharma marga. As your elder brother, I am giving you advice, because our great-grandfather, grandfather, father, everybody is so great. Like this, Kubera gave advice, and Ravana is hearing. As he's hearing, his blood is boiling. Who is this nonsense giving me this kind of advice? What he thinks to give this kind of advice to me, that I should follow dharma? I should not go and attack anywhere and do all these things? He shouts loudly. He says that, you foolish! How dare you come and give advice to me in my own palace? So he takes out his sword and immediately cuts the head of that Duta. In the Dharma Shastra, you should never attack a messenger. Right? He is only carrying the message. Just like a courier man or a telegram person comes and gives you a message that somebody is dead somewhere, and you attack that person. Why did you bring this kind of news? He's not the cause of that. He just delivered you. You're not supposed to attack postman, courier person and all that, right? So the Ravana killed him, attacked him. And he started taking that blood and started doing abhishek for himself and he's shouting, screaming. And he's called all his servants, come, whichever part you want from his body, pluck and eat. Don't do samskara to this body. Generally, even if enemies in the war, the culture is that even if they're enemies, do proper sanskar for their dead bodies. Even if it is a war, even if they belong to enemy camp, the basic respect to that body is do antya sanskar. You only have killed in the war, but still do antya sanskar. Ravan is saying, what is that? That how dare this fellow comes and gives advice to me. Kill him, eat him. Whichever part you want, pluck and eat. Drink the blood. Don't do antya sanskar to this dead body. So like that. And then he shouts and screams, this foolish Kubera, he has the audacity to tell me that don't go, don't declare war, don't attack and all these things. Right now, I will go and attack all the 4 directions. I will defeat and I will kill all these Dikpalakas. And I will start with the northern direction where this Kubera is sitting. So he calls all lakhs and lakhs of his soldiers and declare the war, let's go and attack. So in this way, Ravan attacks Kubera, the northern Uttaradhipati, right? So he comes and attacks Kubera. Just see, in the same Ramayana, later we will see how Bharat was so obedient to his elder brother Ram. What is that culture and what is this culture? Right? Same brothers. Bharat is also stepbrother. This Ravana is also stepbrother. Right? But you see how they're behaving. So do we want to adopt Ayodhya culture in our home, or do we want Lanka culture in our home? Do we want Ram, Lakshman, Bharat as our family members? Should our family members should become like Ram's family, or do we want Ravana's family? So Ramayana is giving a message. But unfortunately, in the modern day, people are very happy becoming fans of Ravan. They say Ravan is this, Ravan is that and all. They don't know how he behaves. And then he declared war. For what? For giving advice. And what is that? It's a good advice. And who is giving? Elder brother. For your own good. And his ahankar cannot tolerate. These ahankari people are like that. They get so angry and upset if anybody give advice to them, because they think themselves are very great. They think they are so big, so great, nobody should give any advice to them. So he attacks Kubera and he bangs his head. First of all, in the Shastra, you should never even verbally attack your superiors. Even if your superiors scold you, you should just keep quiet. You're not even supposed to speak back. You're not supposed to retaliate back. In fact, the moment superior means there are different types of superiors. Vayo Vriddha, Jnana Vriddha, right? Like that, there are 4 types of superiors are there. Those who are superior to you by age, those who are superior to you by knowledge, those who are superior to you by position, those who are superior to you by spiritual advancement. So anybody who is superior to you, when they come, you should immediately stand up. That's a culture. If you are sitting down and those who are superior to you are coming, if you don't get up, that is one aparadh. Anyway, that's a detailed discussion. Your ayu will reduce, your punya will reduce if you do like that. On top of this, despite of not following that, Ravan is going, attacking and hitting his own brother Kubera. And he forcefully takes away Pushpak Viman. So he snatches that Pushpak Viman, which was gifted by Lord Brahma to Kubera. And he forcefully takes the control, and he is shocked to see the grandeur of the Pushpak Viman. It has got multi-floors. It can accommodate lakhs of people. And it has got trees. It has mountain. It has garden. It has pond. Have you ever seen such an aeroplane? We have seen economic seat, so small, sitting, and we'll be like left and right, we'll be telling, thoda haath idhar rakho, udhar rakho. That is a Viman we have seen. Pushpaka Viman, it's so big, it can carry lakhs of people. It has garden, it has water ponds, it has beautiful trees, and those trees can give fruits, any fruits in any season. All that facilities are there. And Ravan is, this is the Pushpaka Viman, and he's so happy to get that Pushpaka Viman. And so in this way, he's attacking everywhere. So he took that Pushpaka Viman and he was roaming around everywhere. Then he came near Himalaya Parvat. So there he came across Himalaya Parvat. At one point, Pushpaka Vimana stopped. It is not moving. This Pushpaka Vimana had this special thing. According to the desire of the owner, it will go anywhere. You don't have to even tell. Simply, it should have a desire. Pushpaka Viman itself will take you. And you don't feel hungry inside the Pushpaka Viman. You don't feel tired. You don't feel sleepy. You don't feel exhausted. You feel very fresh. You feel very young. You feel very energetic. These are all the effects of Pushpaka Viman. So Ravan is sitting with all his chelas. His uncles, Maricha, Subahu, Akampana, Vikata, Prahashta, Yagnakopa, Matta, Unmatta, all these people become his chelas, and they're sitting, and this Pushpaka Viman stops in one place. It's not moving. So Ravan gets irritated. Why is it not moving? Then they try, it is not moving. Then this uncle, Prahashta, becomes very scared of what this Ravan will do now. He will show his anger on us. Right? First of all, he has no control over his anger. He is angry, he is lusty, he is greedy, and he can do anything at any time. And this Pushpaka Vimana is not moving. What to do? At that time, they were thinking like this. One radiant and glorious person come. They say, "Oh, you Ravana," not Ravan. At that time, he was called Dashagriva. "Oh, Dashagriva, go back. Don't try to go beyond this point. This mountain is called Sharavana Mountain. Sharavana mountain is part of Kailasa. And this is where Kartikeya was born. Skanda, or his name is, because he was born in that Sharavana mountain, is also called Sharavan. He also is Kartik Skanda like this. So, this is the mountain, it belongs to Lord Shiv. Nobody can cross this point. Yaksha, Raksha, Naga, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Vidyadhara, Daityas, Danavas, Devatas, nobody have permission to cross from this point. Go back. This belongs to Shankara. Ravan becomes so angry hearing this. He says, "Who is this? Koyam Shankara. Koyam Shankara. Ko ayam Shankara. Ayam means this. Ko means who. Who is this Shankara? Who is this Shankara? Call him." He says, "Are you mad or what?" That the person is, "Are you mad? Don't you understand? Your Pushpaka Viman is not able to pass and you're telling, call that person. Go away from this place." And then Ravana looks at this person who is speaking to me with this audacity. He's not scared of me. These ahankari people, their ego gets hurt. If anybody oppose them, if anybody speak back to them, if they don't listen to them, their ego will, blow like anything. And he looks at them. His face is in a very different shape, and he's actually Nandishvara, the servant of Lord Shiva. So, and he looks at his face and he starts laughing loudly. This Dashagriva loudly starts laughing, making fun of his face. Oh my God, look at your face. Oh, looking at you, looking like a monkey. You're looking like this. Why your face is like this? Like this. And Nandishvara becomes very angry. He says that you have come to our place and making fun of me, looking at my face, and you're telling me my face looks like monkey. I curse you. I give you sharp that for what face you're making fun, the same face people will come and destroy you. You're telling my face looks like Vanaras and making fun of that. The same Vanara shape faced people will come and destroy you. And Ravan does not take seriously at all. What? Devatas only are not able to do anything. What this Vanaras will do? He simply kuch bhi bol raha hai, like this. And then he tell, go and call your Shankar. I will show him who I am. I'll show him my power. First of all, that your Shankara should come and fall at my feet. And come and surrender to me. And he should beg forgiveness for disturbing my yatra and creating all this nuisance. On top of that, you are talking all these things. And then he says, please go away. You cannot even see him. You can't even have darshan of Lord Shankar. So then Ravan says, oh, you are not listening to me. I'll teach you lesson to you and your Shankar and all the people. What I will do, this mountain, which is becoming a problem for my Pushpaka Vimana, I will pluck it, I will throw it away from my path. See how ahankaris, they always think, they don't understand. He's saying, I will pluck the Kailasa Parvata and I will throw away. So Ravan, he grew his size, increased his size. Brahma had given him one blessing that any time, any shape, any form he can take. So he took a Bhayanaka form with his 20 arms. He became one big, huge sage, and he went and attacked that Kailasa Parvat with his 20 arms. He just started trying to remove that Kailasa Parvata from that place. And that Kailasa Parvata started, shaking. And all the Kailasa Vasis who are engaged in the worship of Lord Shiva, so they saw, what is this? Why is it shaking like this? So they all started offering prayers. Shambho, Shiva Shambho, Lord Shiva, what is this happening to Kailasa Parvat? And Lord Shiva smiled, and just from his toe, Angushta, it's called Angushta, toe, he just pressed little bit, this little bit. And immediately entire Kailas collapsed under the head, this hands, 20 hands of Ravan. And Ravan started loudly screaming, like this. Actually, with so much ahankara, he went to remove, throw Kailas. What is this? Who is this Lord Shiva? Call that Shankara. I will kill him. I will teach him a lesson. I will throw this Kailas. All ahankara. And what happened is ahankar, just one small press. Who is Lord Shiva? He is great personality. He is Mahadev. All the devatas are under his control. How much Shakti he has got simply by dancing, he creates pralaya. By opening his eyes, he can destroy the whole world. With him, Ravana is speaking so much ahankar. So Lord Shiva just pressed a little bit and Kailasa Parvata went and collapsed on the 20 arms. And Ravana was crying out of pain, so painful. He's trying all his best to take his hands out. You can imagine power of Ravan. He was already born Rakshasa. On top of that, he did 10,000 year tapasya and received Brahmavara, Brahma Bala he has got. All the devatas are running away from him. That is the kind of capacity he has got. Such person helplessly crying. He is not able to even take his hands out. Why? Because Lord Shiva just pressed his one finger. Where is Ravana's power? Isn't it? Sometimes we think, I'm very powerful, I'm very important person, without me nothing will happen, I am the most important person here. Actually, this is all Ravana's style of thinking. Ravana was also thinking, I'm so big, I'm so important. You see, Lord Shiva just pressing like this much. It's not that Lord Shiva is fighting and all. No, just pressing. Let's one finger. Ravana is not able to do anything. This Dashagriva is crying. And all this Praharsha, this Akampana, Maricha, Subahu and all these people, they are surprised. First time they are seeing this person crying like this. Right? Every time so much ahankara, so much this thing, and they are watching. Instead of helping him, they are surprised and they are watching what to do. They also don't know what to do, right? And like this, it is said, Ravan was crying for 1,000 years. Can you imagine? He was crying for how long? 1,000 years, crying, and Valmiki Ramayana says, tears were coming out. Not just crying. Tears were rolling down. And he has got 10 heads. And all the 10 heads have got 10 mouths. Not crying from one mouth. He has opened all 10 mouths. And from all the 10 mouths, he's crying. And he's crying so badly. So bhayanak he's crying. People from Nakshatra Mandala fell down by hearing that sound. The planets started shaking up. Samudra, the ocean started, Kshobhana. They started getting agitated. And in all the Swargaloka, Maharloka, all the lokas, people said, what is this sound? From where is this sound coming? Such a heart-wrenching sound it is. 10 mouth, Ravan is crying. Right? 1,000 years he was crying. And finally, that Praharshta, he said, see Ravana, give up your ahankar. Looks like nothing is going to work out. Please offer prayers to Lord Shiva. It's Kailasa. You said you will fight with the Shankara, Shiva, but it's not happening. You're not able to come out. Surrender. So now Ravana, he understands that I have no other option. So then he starts offering prayers to Lord Shiva for 1,000 years. 1,000 years he was crying. Another 1,000 years he is offering prayers. Shiva is not even bothered. You keep crying. I don't care. So 1,000 years he offered prayers. And then Lord Shiva came. And then he lifted his angushta, lifted his finger. Then Ravana released his hand and he came out and said, my dear Lord, sir, please, bless me. So Lord Shiva said, okay, I'm happy with your prayers. You surrendered. Don't come and again show your ahankar like this. So Shiva was very stern, gave warning. Mind your business. Don't come here and show your ahankar here. So Ravan said, my mistake, please forgive me. And then he says, if you're happy with my prayers, so can you please bless me with some varas? See, everywhere he wants to do business. Right? So Shiva said, yes, tell me, what do you want? He says, already I've got blessings from Lord Brahma that Yaksha, Raksha, Naga, Suparna, Gandharva, Vidyadhara, Danava, Daitya, Rakshas, they cannot kill me. And I don't care for this Manavas and Vanaras and Pranis and all that. So, but unfortunately, when I got stuck under this Kailasa Parvata, my 1,000 years got wasted. My 1,000 year got wasted. See, I want to enjoy my life. And out of that, already 1,000 years got wasted. Can you please bless me? My rest of next, whatever Ayu is there, I should never waste any time and I should fully enjoy remaining all the time. See how all the time this Rakshasa's thinking is how to maximize their bodily enjoyment. They don't want any disturbance for their enjoyment. Even though he's not thinking, okay, 1,000 years I spent time here near Kailash. He's thinking it's all wasted. So I should now, remaining time, I should secure it. Insurance. Lord Shiva has to give him some insurance and assurance that it will be, no disturbance. And then Shiva says, okay, tathastu. And then he says, please bless me with some special weapons so that, nobody should be able to defeat. Whichever is the most powerful weapon with you, give me that. So Lord Shiva says, I have a special weapon called Chandrahasa. Chandrahasa is the sword name of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva's sword, sword means khadga. That Lord Shiva's personal sword is called Chandrahasa. The Chandrahasa I will give you on one condition. If you misbehave with this Chandrahasa, if you show your ahankar with this Chandrahasa, it will disappear. You will not be able to use it. If you are respectful, humble, and give proper respect to this Chandrahasa, you will be able to use that. So Lord Shiva gives Chandrahasa to Ravan. Now Ravan is saying it is some extra benefit I got. Right? So in that way, now from there he is traveling. So there he is traveling, and now he is coming another mountain in a Gandhamadhana Parvata called Ushira Bija mountain. There's a mountain called Ushira Bija. Their own great king called Marutta. Very great king. Very, very big personality he is. The whole universe he was ruling. So he was doing one yajna with his spiritual master. He was doing one yajna. And the kind of yajna that he was doing was so big yajna that the wealth or dhanarashi that he had accumulated to do this yajna was so much that after doing that yajna, sometime you order some items for cooking. Sometime everything you don't use, something will remain. Some part of vegetable, some part of, like that. So like that, the amount of gold that he had brought to do this yajna, the remaining one, after doing this yajna, the remaining one was there in this mountain, Gandhamadhana mountain. Later, this is all happening in Satyayug, right? So later in Dwapara Yug, when Yudhishthira Maharaj wants to do Ashwamedha Yajna, he doesn't have enough money. So that time Krishna tells, your own ancestor called Marutta Raja did one very big yajna in Gandhamadhana Parvata called Ushira Bija mountain. So there some remaining money is there, gold is there, go and bring it. So Arjuna goes and brings back. That is why he got the name called Dhananjaya. Dhana means the wealth, gold. And he goes and brings that. This is all used and thrown by Marutta. And he brings from that whatever gold and money he brought from the leftover, the remaining one, Yudhishthira Maharaj performs 15 Ashwamedha Yajna. That much Dhanarashi was thrown away, remaining one. You can imagine what a big yajna he must have done. Right? So we do some yajnas, small yajna, right? So one yajna we are doing. We don't even know yajna means what. What big yajnas the kings used to do. Right? So Marutta Raja is sitting with his spiritual master, Samvarta, and doing yajna. And all big devatas are personally sitting and attending this yajna. All Dikpalakas have come. Indra has come. Yamaraj has come, Varunadeva has come, Kubera has come. 1,000 devatas are personally sitting and receiving that yajna phala there only. What kind of a king he must be, right? Like recently when Ambani conducted some pre-wedding ceremony, who all had come? That tells you how important this person is. So if Marutta Raja is doing yajna, we chant, Om Vidunamagni Hava. O Vidunamagni Ihavaha Iha Avaha. Oh Agni, please come. We have to call, and we don't know whether that Agni has come or not. But there when Marutta Raja was doing yajna, Agni Deva was sitting there. Just see, and when we offer this different directions, some offerings we offer. Different corners we invite the Dikpalakas. We don't know, but there all the Dikpalakas are sitting. Purvadhipati idam Indraya namaha. Dakshinadhipati idam Yamaya namaha. Paschimādhipati idam Varunaya namaha. Uttaradhipati idam Kuberaya namaha. All of them are sitting, receiving this yajna. So there this Ravana attacks. So his whole idea is constant ego satisfaction. What is this constant ego satisfaction? Everybody he wants to defeat. I am great, I am great, I am great. He wants to hear this more and more and more. He wants to hear this. So everybody has to glorify his ego. So it's one kind of addiction. So if you get addicted for self-glorification, there is no end for this. So everybody has to glorify him, right? See, we see on the contrary, Lord Ram, wherever he was going, he was not defeating people. He was helping people, right? He made Sugriva the king. He helped so many people. So here Ravan is going and killing everyone, becoming everywhere, I am the great, I am great. So he comes and he challenges this king, Marutta. You Marutta, come and fight with me. Or you accept the defeat, tell Ravana is great. So Marutta is a very great king and he'll never tolerate any nonsense. So at that time, interestingly, just before he came here, when he got crushed under Kailasa Parvata and crying for 1000 years, when Lord Shiva came out and released him. So Lord Shiva said, to break out of Ahankar you came, no? To lift to Kailas. From today onwards, I will do new Namakaran for you. Your name will be Ravana. In Sanskrit, Rava means crying. Crying sound is called Rava. So let the whole world know this Dushta, this Rakshasa who has got so much Ahankara, who goes everywhere with his Ahankara got crushed in Kailasa. And he was crying. How much he was crying? Crying for 1000 years. Let everybody call you from today onwards that name only. So Lord Shiva gave this name Ravana. Ravana means one who cried for 1000 years. Nobody would have cried more than Ravan. Isn't it? So Lord Shiva gave this name Ravana. Till that point, what was his name? Dashagriva. That name was given by his father Vishravas. Right? So Ravana, he became that Ravan. And also, Lord Shiva said, not only you cried, you will also become expert in making others cry. So in that way also you will be called Ravana. So now he is challenging this King Marutta, fight with me. Then King Marutta asks, by the way, who are you? This makes Ravan very angry. Can you imagine he thinks he's big and he thinks I'm so great. And somebody is saying, okay, by the way, who are you? You are calling me for fight. Who are you? So that means I don't even consider, I don't know who are you. Because Marutta was also such a great king. He doesn't care for this Ravan. So then Ravan becomes so angry. Oh, you don't know who I am? I am the brother of Kubera. He is intentionally telling this. I'm younger brother because I defeated that Kubera. I captured Lanka. I have captured this Pushpak Viman. Then Marutta says, you are that person who did all these things. In our culture, we have heard that nobody attacks their own elder brother. And you are the one who not only attacked elder brother and coming and personally telling that I did this. I understand who are you, what kind of a culture you belong to. So he is in a very sarcastic way taunting Ravan. And he says, don't you have shame to speak about yourself like this and talk about, first of all, in Vedic culture, nobody should speak about their own glory. It is equivalent of committing suicide. How I am great, how I am great. It is called punya rasa. Rasa means loss. If you want to lose your punya, you should speak good things about yourself. You know who I am. You know how great I am. You know what and all I have done. So this is called punya rasa. Others should speak. That is called punya vachana. Others should speak good things about you. When you start speaking about what you have done, according to Shastra, you lose all your punya. It is as good as dying. But in the modern day, we have that all social media. You have to keep on telling how great I am, how great I am, how great I am. So it is basically you have to, social media suicide. Committing suicide on the social media. Right? So this King Marutta said, it is called, Atmahatya. What you are doing, this is not great. But anyway, Ravan said, you fight with me. The moment Ravan entered there were all devatas sitting. And all the devatas, because they knew this Ravan is such a nasty fellow, so they all changed their forms. Indra took the form of a peacock out of fear of Ravan. If the Ravan sees Indra, he will attack, he will beat them. You don't know what he will do. So immediately Indra became peacock. Yamaraj, who is in charge of death, so he took the form of a crow. Crow. What is crow in local language? Kawa. And then Kubera, this elder brother of Ravan, he took the form of a chameleon, Girgit. And then Varuna took the form of Hamsa. So like this, all the different devatas took different forms, as if they are not there. Some animals and birds are there anyway, which Ravan doesn't care, right? They want to spare themselves from the attack of Ravan. Who will fight with him? That is one reason, out of fear. Second reason was, if they see this Dikpalakas, Ravan will start one war. And they don't want this yajna to be affected. Devatas, they're always pro-yajna. They want, because yajnas, Parjanyad, Yajna Sambhavaha, Bhagavad Gita says yajnas are required for this world. So they, in order to protect that yajna, to save that yajna, also out of the fear of Ravan, they all took different forms. And then Marutha said, I don't care, I am ready to fight with you. At that time, his guru, Samvarta, stops the king. He said, see, you are Yajna Dikshit. You've taken the Diksha of Yajna. In between the Yajna, you cannot become angry, you cannot attack anyone. This will be Bhanga, Vrata Bhanga. And this will create big disturbance. So this will create a big havoc. You have to be Shant and you have to complete your Yajna. So that is your first priority. So tell this Ravan that I don't want to fight. If it is required, say I have accepted your defeat. So King Marutha says, Ravan, I have accepted your defeat, I will not fight with you. So now immediately all his chelas start glorifying. Ravan ki jai, Ravan ki jai, bolo Ravan ki jai, like this. Ravan is victorious, like this. So like this, then Ravan, because he feels now so happy, I defeated this Marut, and he accepted defeat, so he goes away from that place. The moment he leaves from that place, now the yajna will begin. At that time, all the devatas who are in different forms, they come back to their original form. But when they come back to their original form, they want to bless all those animals and birds who allowed these devatas to enter in their body to protect from Ravana. So Indra gave blessings to all the peacocks. And the peacocks, till this incident happened, they did not have this beautiful, feather. All their feathers were black. They did not have this colorful feathers. So Indra gave blessings to all the peacock that your feathers will become attractive and colorful from today onwards. And secondly, he says that from today onwards, you will not have fear of snakes. Peacocks, you will not have fear of snakes. Before that, the snakes used to trouble them. So from today onwards, the snake will be fearful of. So if you see, the peacocks will attack the snake and they kill the snake. And after killing the snake, they dance, open their feather and they dance. So it is said that the snake and peacock, if they fight, peacock only will win. So that is the Shakti that Indra Deva gave to peacock. And whenever, as a memory of this, whenever it rains, you will open your feather and you will all dance. So this is the blessing Indra gave to peacock. Then Yamaraj, the Mrityu Devata, he gave blessings to Kawa, these crows. He said that, oh crows, I bless you all. The first blessing is, you will not die because of your old age or disease. You will not get any disease. You will not die because you will naturally not die, first of all. Crows don't die naturally. He said that only if there is any attack on you, if you do any mistake, hit or something hits you, some attack happens, that is the only way you will die. Otherwise, out of old age, there is no natural death or old age death for you people. So this is my blessing. And second thing is, whenever food is given to you, when you eat that food, all those who are in the hell, and they are hungry. In the hell, there are so many papishtas, those who have done papa karma, they're all suffering, and in the hell they don't get food. So there's so much of hunger, and they'll all be crying out of hunger, right? If you, crows, when you eat the food, if you get satisfied, all those who are suffering in the hell, they will also be satisfied. Through you, they will get their food. So that is why it is called Kakapinda. When you do shraddha, it is said that the food, that pinda you offer, the crows have to come and eat. If the crows don't eat, it means the departed soul has not received your shraddha pinda. So if the crows come and eat, it means that the departed soul has received whatever shraddha and pinda you have offered. So this Yamaraj gave these blessings to crows. And then Varunas, the Varuna Deva, Paschimadipati Varuna Deva, so he gave blessings to Hamsas. These Hamsas, they were not full white like this. Their wings were black and the body was white. So it was not very attractive. So he said that your whole body will become as beautiful white as the moonlight. And because I'm Varuna, I'm the in charge of the water, you will like to be in the water all the time. You will relish, you will play sports in the water, and you will feel happy being in the water from today onwards. So Varuna Deva blessings to Hamsas. And then Kubera gave blessing to this Girgit, chameleon. He said that you can change your color anytime. Just the way I was hiding from my enemy, so you will also be able to hide from your enemy by changing your color. And one special blessing is you will get the golden color body when you want. So this Girgit got this color and golden color, all this from Kubera. So like this, all the devatas gave blessings to all these animals and birds. And now this Ravan is moving on, is roaming around everywhere, attacking. And there he comes this another mountain near this Himalayan mountains. He sees there is one beautiful young girl. And this beautiful young girl, she's wearing the deer skin as her dress. And her hair become matted. So basically these are all the symptoms of a tapasvi. Tapasvis, they don't wear a proper cloth. They wear the animal skin as their cloth. It's whatever is available in the forest like that. So they are not interested in their hairstyle and all. Their hair, it's not that they spend time combing and all. So that's how hair becomes matted. Matted hair with deer skin and all that. From the sky he saw her, and immediately his lust got, activated. So he got, who is this young girl? It's very beautiful. And he took his Pushpak Vimana and he got down. So he got down there and he came to her and he asked, "Oh, young lady, you got such beautiful eyes." And he talks in a very, very offensive manner to her. "Who are you? Why are you alone in this forest? It's so, no one is here around and it's such a deep forest jungle. Alone, what are you doing? Why are you like this? Why you are not wearing proper dress? You look so beautiful. Why don't you wear this kind of dress?" This kind of comment only people like Ravana will make. Commenting on some woman, "Why don't you wear that dress? It looks good. Why don't you wear this dress? It looks good." No civilized man talks like that. It is nothing but expressing somebody's lust, giving this kind of comments. You have no business to make comment on somebody's dress. Ravan is commenting, "Why are you wearing deer skin? Why don't you wear some dress? You look better. You look good. In this dress, you look good." Of course, if somebody asks you, you tell that is different. This lady, she has never asked. He is come on his own and making all these comments. And he's saying, "Why are you alone? Where is your father? Who are you?" So she said, "My father is the son of Brihaspati. My grandfather is Brihaspati. And Brihaspati has a son called Kushadhwaja. And I am the daughter of Kushadhwaja. And my father is such a virtuous man. And he's such a glorious man, like on Rishi, he was living, he's taking care of me. And his desire was I should marry Lord Narayana, Lord Vishnu I should marry. So by seeing my beauty, so many Gandharvas, Yaksha, Rakshasas, Deva, Danavas, they came and approached my father. Can we marry your daughter? Can we marry your daughter? Can we marry your daughter? Like this. So my father said, no, you see, I'm a devotee. My desire is, I want to marry my daughter to Lord Narayana. Nobody else. This is my desire. Actually, and I am born. How I was born? I was born when my father was chanting the Vedic mantras. So my name is Vedavati. My name is Vedavati. And I am the daughter of Kushadhvaja, who is the son of Brihaspati. And the way my father grew up, I grew up with Rishi Munis. And I always heard the greatness of Lord Narayana. My mind is always attracted to Narayana. I cannot think of anyone. I only want to marry Narayana. My father has encouraged me, and so many people came, but he rejected everyone. So one day, one Rakshasa became very upset. Oh, this Kushadhvaja has rejected our offer to marry his daughter Vedavati. So when my father was sleeping, at that time one Rakshasa called Shumbhu, he came and cut off my father's head and killed him. And my mother, who could not tolerate this, she was so attached to my father. So she also gave up her life. So to continue to fulfill the desire of my father. What was the desire of my father? I should marry Narayana. And so I am doing tapasya in this Himalaya Parvata. I am doing tapasya to please Lord Narayana, so that Narayana will marry me. So this is who I am Vedavati. And who is this Vedavati? Acharyas reveal she is none other than Mahalakshmi's incarnation. Mahalakshmi Devi is born as Vedavati. That is why she is so attracted to Narayana. Ordinary people should not now think, okay, now I will become like one Vedavati. I will also think only I will marry Narayana. We should be very careful when we hear Shastras. That becomes ayogya. The moment we get any desire which is beyond the Swarupa Shakti of the soul, it will become negative for us. It will destroy us. Vedavati is Sakshat Mahalakshmi Devi. She can have this desire of marrying Narayana, and she can take all these difficulties in her life. Right? We can only be following their footsteps. So Vedavati Devi was there. And then she said, you, Ravana, with my tapashakti, I understand who are you. I know all your past. I know what you have done. I also know your intention. Stay away from me. Don't even dare to come near me. So Vedavati gives warning to Ravan. But the Ravan says, why are you wasting your time? Who is that Narayana? Who is this Vishnu for whom you are waiting? For whom you are wasting your youth? For whom you are alone spending time in this forest? Come with me. Look how powerful I am. How strong I am. How rich I am. You can enjoy with me however you want. All facilities I will provide. So Vedavati says, shame on you. You are asking who is Narayana. You don't know who is Narayana? The whole three world universe is glorifying Narayana. The greatness of Narayana. And you are so ajnani, you are coming and telling who is Narayana. Shame on you that you don't know even who is Narayana. Go away from this place. But Ravan says, no, I will not go. I will not allow you to waste your time, your youth. You enjoy with me. Like this, he's forcing himself on Vedavati. And while talking like this, he puts his hand to catch her. She goes backwards to escape from him, and he catches her air. Immediately, Vedavati, she fumes, furious with great anger, and with one of her hands, she transforms one of our hands into sword, that sharp sword, and she cuts off her hair. She said, this you touched. You such a kamuk rakshasa with lusty desire. You polluted me by looking at me first of all, by touching me, by touching my hair. She immediately cut off that hair, And she said that you have disturbed me and you have come and disturbed my tapasya. And not only that, by touching me, you have made me unfit to offer myself to Narayana. I cannot offer myself in this janma with your touch. One is, but you polluted me just by looking at me. And another one is you put your hands on my hair. So she, out of her tapas shakti, she created Agni in front of her. She said that I am entering into this Agni, I'll give up this body. I will once again appear and I will be the cause of your death. I will be the cause of your death. You lusty fellow, you come, you are thinking that whomever you like, you think you can take away by using your force, by using your power. You have no restriction on your lust. And you have this audacious, behavior to touch me. I will appear just to become the cause of your death. So in this way, Vedavati in front of Ravan enters into the fire and she gives up that body and she appears and she says, same the great father Kushadvaja, who is glorious father, who had this desire to marry me to Narayana, to same Kushadvaja I will appear as a daughter once again. And same, I am Ayonija. Ayonija means not born through an ordinary man and woman. I will again appear as Ayonija, daughter to same father Kushadvaja. So in this way, Vedavati entered into fire. She disappeared. And Ravana was shocked. He didn't understand what's going on. He thought he can just get whatever he wants. You can use his power, he can use his influence, and he just thinks, I am eligible to get anything. I have to just desire, that's all. Others, ichcha, anichcha, willingness, unwillingness, just doesn't matter. So this Mahalakshmi, who had appeared as Vedavati, and the same Vedavati who took this pratigya and entered into fire, appeared as Janaki, Sita Devi. And the same Kushadvaja appeared as Janaka Maharaj. And this is what Agastya Rishi told all these things to Lord Ram. And he said that this is the same lady, my dear Ram, the Vedavati who appeared as Sita, appeared as Janaki, and appeared to Janak Maharaj, and finally married to you, my dear Lord Ram, none other than Narayana himself. In that way, she fulfilled her desire. And that is why the same Sita became the cause of the death of Ravana. So this is the background. And next what happened? And how Ravana was attacking everybody. And then what are the other incidents? What are the other shapas he received? Finally, what made all the devatas to go and offer prayers to Narayana? And how Ram made appearance? We'll hear from the other session tomorrow. We'll stop here. Shri Valmiki Ramayana ki, Shri Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman ki, Shri Ramanavami Maha Mahotsav ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.